Nancy Pelosi says border wall funding off the table. By the way, she meets, along with Chuck Schumer, meets with the president next week. Roll tape on this, please.
Would you be willing to support some degree of wall funding if you got a permanent, bona fide solution to undock?
No.
Why not?
Well, because they're two different subjects. Most of us, speaking for myself, consider the wall immoral, ineffective, inexpensive. And the president said he promised it. He also promised Mexico would pay for it. So even if they did, it's immoral still, and then they're not going to pay for it.
I think it's time we brought in Nelson Balido. He's the Border and Commerce Security Council president. Nelson, Nancy Pelosi says a wall is immoral. Would you like to respond to that?
Good morning, Stuart. And I want to give a shout out first to every Border Patrol agent on our southern border. You're doing a great job. America really appreciates everything you're doing for us. Thank you. But they need tools, Stuart. And one of the things that they need is they need to augment some of that wall. There's no question about that. But we need to stop looking at a 4th century solution to a 21st century problem. What we really need is some technology on that border that tells the wall what's approaching, right, to give those frontline border agents the tools necessary to give them the situational awareness, know how to respond, a force multiplier effect, because really we don't know what's approaching our borders, knowing that some of the wall is in many cases hundreds of yards already on U.S. soil. We need to have better intelligence of what's approaching our borders.
I am told that the number of people coming across illegally this year is almost double the number that came across illegally last year. Is that accurate?
That's correct. I'll tell you. So the biggest issue you have here are the asylum seekers. You have organized crime in Mexico and Central America that are actively advertising a free pass at $4,000 to $7,000 a head to deposit you on our front line, on our borders. These folks are seeking the Border Patrol for asylum. They get processed, then they get released in the general population, waiting for a court date that may be 2 or 3 years down the road, of which less than 9% ever show up. So that's a problem. Then they remain in the United States. So there's a loophole here that needs to be shut down. And like many people say, it's going to require congressional action to the immigration system to be able to close these loopholes. If not, wall, technology, whatever it is, as soon as they touch U.S. soil, they're going to continue coming over.
What proportion of those people who come towards the border, trying to get across the border, what proportion of them have spent $4,000 to $7,000 on guides and coyotes to get them across?
Stuart, everyone. This is so organized that no one crosses that border by mistake or by happenstance. They absolutely pay, and if they don't pay, a family member pays back home. So they're extorted. There's human trafficking. They're raped, the young women. So they put them on birth controls before they start the journey. These parents are desperate, but they also know what they're being faced with on this journey. These are serious issues that unless we close those loopholes with congressional action, it's going to continue coming in. They've found the loophole, and there's no stopping them now.
Nelson, thank you very much for being with us. Important information. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you very much, Stuart.